Okay.
right now.
All right.
So, what do we got tonight, people? Are some sweet people, sweet friends of mine, real good friends of mine. We got JG, which is the honey slander.
How
You
you
know him.
doing? How you doing?
And we got one of the most precious people that I think is the OC Dish Chick.
Oh, so kind. Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight?
So we like for as you come up, if you can hear or see us, then let us know.
Yeah.
And I think I've got the Lioncrest. There he
Here
is.
you go.
Hey
What's
there.
up,
How you
Lioncrest?
doing? Good to
Hey,
see you.
Lioncrest, so glad you could
Good to
come.
see y'all too.
What I was telling Nikki and J3G that we wanted you to elaborate a little first. Hey, Mike, uh, about absentee gardeners. What we mean by that, what I mean by that, is when you are out of town for a few days, a week, or whatever, then what preparations can you make other than trying to find somebody to do your gardening for you?
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Um,
Well, we could
yeah.
definitely maybe plant some things that we really don't need to baby. Um, things that are easy to grow, plants like asparagus,
Hey, Bridgie.
broccoli, carrots. What are some other ones? Garlic, green beans, things that will almost take care of themselves. Of course, you have to do some groundwork, but ahead of time. But yeah, once you get them settled and established, they will pretty much take care of themselves. So that if you're out of town on vacation, you work out of town a lot, those plants will pretty much take care of themselves.
Okay.
Well, Farmer Q, I know you went over to the citrus farm with us and you was talking about some type of irrigation system that might be helpful. Why don't you elaborate on that a little bit for us?
Um, did he have? I think did he have a drip system or did he just have like a I remember specifically in the citrus farm he one of the things that he did he kind of had his mulch situation set up to where he had a really big kind of like a channel going between all of his trees on a row. So if his trees were spaced out, on this part of the space he would have
Hey,
between like
Stacy,
he
go
would
ahead.
have
I
like
miss you.
mulch he would have mulch like along the row, but then on the outside where you could walk between, it wasn't mulch on there. So it's almost like there was like a moisture barrier underneath the trees and things like that. So he was kind of using it like that. I know he had irrigation that went through it, but I don't remember specifically what he had going on as far as how he pushed it through. Hey,
Okay, but
Barbecue.
I think that you're a little bit, I know that you're a lot more knowledgeable than I am about water and irrigation, stuff of this nature, when you are away from your garden or away from home. So give me some pointers there.
so as far as being away from home with irrigation,
Yes.
Um, I mean, you can have so with irrigation, you can if you have say a regular sprinkler system and it's for your house and yard and stuff, you could always look into having it, tapped into the garden to where you can then schedule a time for the water to actually go when you're not there. You can do that through your water hose as well, but you can set up a filter or pressure regulator, anything like that through the water hose to get the same kind of thing that you would get through having that. You can and right now specifically I have a an app called Ratio, and
Hmm.
this is a type of controller as well, and I have a what's called a smart hose timer, so I can go on my phone right now and I can have my stuff scheduled to work to water. What's up, Crafty Leo?
Hey,
But yeah,
Mama Q. Hey, Nikki.
Hey,
Hey,
but yeah,
Papa Bammitt. Hey, y'all.
Better late than never.
We know we were on the live
oh,
cut.
hush it.
Don't startle her. I was listening to Farmer Q. You said. But
but yeah,
Stacy said he have a time on his irrigation system, but what we was trying to do was find out about the absentee gardeners as to what system, how they could take care of not only their garden, but we call it gardeners, but you got pets and
Yeah.
you got house plants, you got stuff like this. And I was just looking for some suggestion because this is one of the reasons that we stopped traveling as much as we did because we had to pay somebody to come in and feed the dogs, pay somebody to come in and water the flowers. You got to pay
Yeah.
somebody to do this, to do that. And you can't really depend on the kids because
Mhm.
they'll tell you right quick, we got a life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I was just looking for some ideas generally from you guys. And like I was telling the panel, I wanted Farmer Q to go first because he told me he had some other obligations that he had to fulfill tonight. And we really want to just thank him for actually appearing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, it's no problem. I'm glad to be here. You know, if like I'll be here for the whole time if I didn't have something going on and everything like that. But yeah, I'm here while I'm here. So I'm just gonna hang out while I can.
So if you got any questions for the Farmer Q, known as Lioncrest, hit him up.
I think he was also known as Professor.
Yes, I heard that term.
Professor Q. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
He will teach you something. Yes, yes.
I call him a scientist. Okay.
I think a lot of that lies in how I say things. But I mean, realistically, I ain't saying nothing that nobody can't do or nobody don't already know. You know, I'm not reinventing the wheel. It's just in the way I say it. That's all it is, I think.
Janet Cruiser said she wanted you to post a link as how you do your smart watering thing.
Oh, okay. I can post a link to the technology of it.
So if you post a link, it's not going to show up right unless you're a mod.
Well, I mean, he can probably post. She can go to his channel
Yes, go to his channel.
and read it. Do you have one already done? A video already done?
Could you post it to your community page?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the Ratio system itself, I don't really have a video display in that particular technology. I was gonna post just like a link to the technology itself, but it's okay. Like I'll figure something out as far as posting on my community page. But I need to set up some content for it if that's the case because I never really so this season I've been just going and ripping and running so much that I haven't really like a lot of the stuff I can present as content and stuff like that. I haven't really put that on the forefront, but I'm glad to share that as knowledge right now. And obviously, when I get some time, I'll make some videos and stuff about it, right?
Okay, great. Because I know Fran was definitely talking to Arthur, make sure you get Farmer Q to water system, make sure you do this. So, I'm like, I just say, okay. But Unbiased, I saw you at that crawfish, whatever you call it.
Kickback.
The crawfish kickback. And I thought about you there. I said, well, I wonder how her watermelon seeds doing.
I soaked everything before I left.
Oh, okay.
I gave everything a good soaking, and actually it worked. It was okay. When I came back, my okra is starting to grow, like it's starting to come up, and my potatoes, like everything my tomatoes, everything, it was okay. I guess because I actually soaked it. And
how many days were you gone? How many days were you away from your garden?
4.
Well, that's quite a lot of time. So
90-degree weather, 90 and above.
Wow. Garden Chronicle. Are you speaking to a
Did you mulch your garden, Unbiased?
Sir?
Did you mulch your garden? You got mulch on your garden?
No, I had what is that stuff? Sea grass, sea moss,
peat moss.
Peat moss.
No.
Peat moss. Okay.
On
I'm
some
not
of
even a gardener, baby.
Yeah, I was wondering myself about that sea moss.
Sea moss on top of it. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
she
Y'all
want
know
a
I'm new
garden
at
to grow
this.
too.
Okay, I'm new at this. Don't beat me up.
Hey, we're not beating
Isn't
you
that
up.
stuff everybody's eating now? That sea moss?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wondered about. That's why I was thought maybe it was something new. I'm willing to learn.
So I
No,
put a little peat moss on it and then watered it really good. And then I was shocked because that's all I kept saying is I wonder what my vegetables are doing while I'm away.
Right.
Well,
But yeah, to J3GS's point, mulching is definitely, that helps as far as to, retain the moisture in the soil, especially if you're going to be gone away for like 4 days away from your babies, unattended, like unbiased. But just saying.
Well,
I have a question too.
We were gone for about 5 days, and my garden, it was just,
it succumbed to the heat.
Yes,
it had a heat stroke.
It's in bad shape. I think I got more wild grass than I got veggies.
Yeah.
But we're gonna overcome that. Then we had a little hail damage before we went on the trip.
Hail, wow.
So it's like a starting over process, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah,
absolutely. With Farmer Q's help, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we don't give up.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. For one, Crafty says she had a question, but another thing too though is with leaving your garden behind. One thing I found that's really helpful, because I remember a few summers ago I was really busy, similar to how I'm busy right now, but just more busy, like to where I couldn't commit to anything, right? And the garden was really suffering. And I remember telling myself, I was like, man, I really want to figure something out to make this turn around, or where I can get to the end of the season at the very least, right? Because the end at that point was the end of the spring summer season. Fall season hadn't come yet, so I was like, man, maybe I could salvage this or something, right? But what I ended up doing was, so the garden area, I got a water hose, and I basically would just run the water hose for about 2 hours in the morning before I left to work. And I would just turn it on, and I would just put it between each row, and I would just fill the whole area up like a cup. Like, because when you think about the garden, you got to really think about it from the ground up, and the ground doesn't start at ground level. The ground starts a little bit. The ground starts a little bit below ground level,
right,
or way below ground level. So like, if you put water on the ground, it sinks somewhere, and sometimes if it's dry enough, it'll sink past the plant roots, and then it won't even get to the plant roots. So you have to fill that cup up from the bottom to get to that upper layer where your plant roots are on the topsoil and stuff. And that's a really effective way that I was able to actually get away with watering without being there, if you will, because like I was at home for, so say you're about to go somewhere for 4 or 5 days, right? The 3 days before that, you might just go ahead and soak the crap out of that garden, like really soak it, like hard soak it. And then you can kind of be comfortable and have solace with wherever you went. But yeah.
Right.
What were you about to ask though, Crafty Leo? I know you said you had a question.
Yes. Okay, I'm talking about my same tomato plants, y'all. Because that's all I have, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a question, right? So I have some tomato plants that are growing like they're probably like over 2 feet tall. But I have one tomato plant. It has a tomato on there, but it's like this short. I mean, it's like this short. Should I take the tomato off of there?
Are they the same?
Is that stopping it from growing? No, it's like a purple prince or a pink something.
See, different plants, different type of tomatoes grow different height and different spreads. So
it's too little for my liking. When you're new, you want to see stuff big and grand and all. That's what I see. I don't want the little plants.
Yeah, it could be the variety, like Hannah said. And there are determinate and indeterminate varieties. And so some just don't get as tall as others. But, as long as you're getting fruit, though, that's what we want. In the end, we want fruit.
Yeah, I think it's the variety.
You said no?
I don't want it anymore.
I think it's the variety also.
Yeah.
CC, Texas Gardener, trying to start an argument here, but
CC, oh yeah, wild grass.
I'm not gonna look.
CC,
cool.
I'm glad she's here.
Well, I guess not to grow that variety anymore since you like it big and wild and free. So
Yes.
You know what? It's funny you
Wow.
say that. It's funny you say that though, Nikki, because that's one of the main reasons why I went ahead and got rid of tomatoes for right now. I'm gonna grow them again in the fall time, but tomato plants. So you asked a question where you was like, if it's determinate or indeterminate. I'm kind of convinced. I don't know. It might not be, but it might be a determinate tomato plant because whenever I see a tomato plant, as long as it's alive, that mug is trying to outgrow everything. It's just like,
right.
it's just going crazy, and I'm just like, that's why I'm not doing it right now because it was getting to the point where I had some perfectly producing peppers that was just getting shaded, blocked out by half producing tomatoes. So I was like, you know what? We're
Yeah.
just gonna go ahead and make that swap-a-roo. But yep, tomatoes they grow
spread.
like crazy.
Yeah.
They are resilient.
Yeah, I thought they be like the size of trees, like the height of trees. I want me a big one.
I like it too because it creates privacy for me in my garden.
Hands in the dirt said, "Patience, grasshopper."
Me, I don't have any of that.
Well, I think it's just like Stacey said. It's probably the variety because usually I plant the beef masters and the big boys. And they give you the big tomatoes. It could be the name. If we knew what name of that tomato plant, probably could tell you.
Crafty, did you plant them all at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
And the others really took off. So it's probably the variety. It's probably not supposed to grow.
Let me see what it's called. Pink something.
Nikki, I'm loving your blue background.
Crafty.
Oh, thank you.
Purple print. Yes, sir.
Did you put it in that bed?
No, I didn't even.
Together.
I didn't put it together yet. I'm gonna do it this week.
I don't want to have to come all the way up to up there to put a bed together, Crafty.
I haven't had time, but I'm really gonna do it this week because I'm telling you, I'm putting my watermelon seeds in kind of late, but I'm still gonna win. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm gonna win.
So in other
Keep
words,
hope alive, Crafty.
I'm not even a gardener, and I'm gonna win. Watch now.
Keep hope alive, sis.
Crafty.
Broke said you got to do a hashtag watermelon short video.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
So by Saturday, it'll be up by Saturday.
Crafty.
You can use a start as well, Queen.
Just be happy. Just be happy that the crown comes back to Georgia.
Fighting words. Okay. I don't know.
And I know Farmer Q's not gonna do all this warring or anything. So it was nice, bro. It was nice while y'all had it.
Okay.
We shall see. We shall see.
Well, what you guys do about your pets when you're on vacation, when you're absent?
Well, with my chickens. Oh, go ahead, kid.
No, you got it, because I'm still thinking. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, with my chickens, I've got one of them. It looks like a little barn feeder, and I know I can fill that all the way up, and that will last me 1 week. When it comes to that water, I got a 55-gallon barrel that I fill it all the way up, and it's an automatic feeder. When they drink the water, their water fills back up automatically.
Yeah, but in Nikki's case, in my case, we got German Shepherds. And you can't take those to the hotel with you, cause
no, you can't. So here's what we do. We have, first of all, they have they're outdoor dogs, so they have their own like house out there with the doggy doors. They have air conditioning, they have heating.
What?
So yeah, we have the air conditioning unit, and we just run a cord, and so they're comfortable. So that's covered. As far as food goes, we have the feeders on the walls, and so we'll feed, we'll load up the feeders enough for a week or however long we're gone. We use the big box store, the buckets, the orange, blue buckets. So we'll double, triple up on the water. So we might have 4, 5, 6 of them just in case one gets knocked over. We also will fill a kiddie pool. We'll just make sure there's plenty of water and the food, and they're good. They go outside. Yeah, we had a lot of crap to pick up when we get back home, but as far as shelter, they're good in there. Again, heating, air conditioning, food, water. That's all they're going to need until we get back.
That's what I did when I left. I just made sure that, because I'm still just feeding the mama dog. The puppies are not drinking water or eating food yet. So I just made sure she was good.
If she good, they're good.
Now I don't know if she ate all the food up in 2 days or 1 day or what day, but that was on her, because I met every time I feed her, I measure it. So I know what she gets every day for a day. And I made sure it was 5 days worth of food in there just in case I didn't make it back in time. The food was gone, but she still had water.
Oh,
well, even if she didn't eat for a day or so.
You sure she didn't have no friends over?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she was entertaining.
Probably.
Okay, what do we do? What do we do with our inside plants?
Inside plants. I'm not really an indoor.
Yeah, I don't have
any. I have an indoor.
But I do know those bulbs. You know, you can fill up those bulbs and stick in your plants. It's like a slow release, slow drip. You could do that. If you don't have the bulbs, with the old-fashioned water bottles, punch a few holes in it.
Or you can go get the inner tube tire, a little small fat tire that they put on the tractor. And you can do like I did one time. That's one of the reasons we don't have plants in the house anymore. But I got the tire, filled it up with water, put the cap on it, and I put little holes up in there.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I put too much air in there too, so it was pushing out the water instead of just letting it drip out.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the reasons we don't do the inside house anymore.
Yeah.
Well, Fran got enough plants to fill up one room, and then still have some left, you know.
But do you have to water indoor plants that often? Once a week, twice a week?
Not that
often. Give them good watering before you leave, and they should be able to survive until you get back. If it's not 30 days later.
Well,
or you could put a bowl at the bottom and just excess fill it. But then when you get back, you're gonna take the water out and let the roots dry out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, you guys are not just answering these questions for me. We're asking them for the rest of the people in the chat. Because I'm sure that Fran is not the only one got a bunch of houseplants.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. The name of the tomato is a black prince.
Black prince. Who knows? I've never grown a black prince before.
I've never heard of it.
Nor have I. But
I haven't grown it before either.
Is
So
anybody
is it
in
a
here
smaller version of a tomato, like cherry tomatoes, but black?
It's not a cherry tomato, so I mean it's red. It's still green, and it's probably like this big. Let's see, maybe about 2.5 inches.
Oh, that's a tomato sandwich. 2.5 inches. That's
yes, it's about 2.5 inches, or maybe 3 inches, somewhere up
What's
in
up, David? David Corey.
Hey, David.
It's still real green. I want to know if I should take it out. Black cream, yes.
Is it hard?
It's called, yes, it's hard.
So it's not ready to come out for sure.
If it's green, it's not ready to come out.
Yeah, it's still hard.
It's taking a long time. David, share with that crop.
Didn't Hands and Dirt says patience, grasshopper?
Yes.
I can't help it. I'm telling you, I cannot help it.
You know what? That's what majority of the farm gardeners mess up is. We plant it today and we want to eat it today. Yeah. You can't do that.
Yeah, definitely have to be patient.
Well, I don't want to garden.
Everything I got out there, I intend to eat tomorrow and the next day, not today.
No.
What is 160 centimeters, Janet?
4 to 8 inches is what Google says. Not inches, feet. 4 to 8 feet.
Okay.
So Yeah.
Oh well, mine is like, honey, it's a little stump.
A stump with a
And
tomato. Wow.
I
Well,
don't like. Well, you can't really tell. I got a video, but you can't really tell.
Give it some time,
Just give it
Crafty.
some time, Queen. Thump it. When you go back outside, just thump
Look,
it.
this. Oh, y'all can't see it. It's
Oh, we
that
see it.
small.
I see it.
Oh, that's a pretty
That's not
decent size.
small.
That's a pretty decent
But
size.
You
I
need
added more
some more
soil to
soil. You need some more
I,
soil in that bucket.
no, I already put more in there
Oh,
like a week ago or so.
oh yeah, it's not that
Not a
small.
week ago. Yeah, it's little.
No,
And I
Queen,
was
when
gonna
you
ask
go
y'all about my
outside,
yellow leaves, but I
yeah,
think those
thump it.
leaves.
Thump it. Thump your
Yeah,
leaves when you go
yeah.
outside.
There's a lot of yellow leaves on there,
Yeah.
Crafty.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a different one. That's a different one though. So I was gonna ask y'all because I saw that it could be overwatering or underwatering. I don't think it's underwatering, right? So should I pull those leaves off or leave them on there?
The
Pull them
yellow
off.
leaves, pull them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaves are dead. Pull it off.
It was
How
gonna turn that green or something. I
how often are you watering, Crafty?
don't know. I was doing it every day.
Cricket Pete.
Maybe
You
back
do
off the
it every
water
day.
and see what happens.
Yeah. So when I went to Texas, right?
Hmm.
So I watered the day before, like that morning, and then I didn't water again. I still haven't watered my plants,
And
and
you're gonna bring back how
they
long?
grown more. They grown more.
Is the soil dry when you're watering every day? Do you pay attention to the soil? Does it look like
It ain't
ashy and
dry. It
dry?
still don't look dry.
Well,
You can feel it.
well,
You know.
you need to be lifting up your pot to see the weight of it, to see how much weight it has, so you can know. Cause yeah, like
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Lift it up. Hmm.
Go
so
ahead,
when you
Q.
lift it up, Crafty, like what does it feel like? Have you done that?
No, for real, no. I'm
Are
Well,
your
that's how you.
holes
That's how.
on
You,
the side or
well,
at the bottom of the bucket?
my
Okay.
holes are on the side.
Okay.
Hmm.
So my
Well,
holes are on the side of my bucket, maybe about a inch and a half to 2 inches. So I just follow, what Lead Farmer was telling us, showing us. He actually helped me. He's my you drowning them. He helped us to do this.
David.
So I think it might be too much water. But if I don't water them, like they be limp. Like I feel like they need some water.
If
That,
they're limp, yeah, they probably
that's
need some water.
that's what an inch is. That's why he got your hole. The hole is about an inch or two from the bottom, so that the bottom will always be wet. It will have water, but you're watering it every day.
Yeah, but I'm
You're,
telling you,
you're overwatering it.
they be like wilted, kind of.
I don't agree with David Corey too often, but it sounds
You
like you
drowning
are.
your plants.
Sound like you are.
He drowning those babies in that pool.
Yeah, you putting a little too much weight on them. What you think about it, Farmer Q? What you think
well,
about it?
I think that's probably what's happening too. Cause like what'll happen is, if you overwatering it, um, and it's in that side, that look like a 5 gallon pot, and
Mm-hmm.
those plants aren't really the you said you so the bucket, yeah, the plants aren't really that big yet, so they could be wilting when they're getting blasted by the sun if it's too much sun, and then they could also be getting overwatered at the same time. Two things can exist in the same situation.
Hmm.
Um, like tomatoes for sure, especially I think that black Prince tomato is not a cherry tomato. So that being said, it's not going to like heat anyway. Cherry tomatoes are going to be a lot more heat tolerant than your bigger tomatoes. What I've come to find is your cherry tomatoes are the only tomatoes that'll keep producing tomatoes outside of 90-degree plus weather. Once it's that 90-degree plus mark, those tomatoes really start to act funny, and they really don't produce really or grow that really good.
Right.
So it's kind of a struggle. Tomatoes are easy but hard. It's one of those things that once you figure it out, you're like, man, quit growing so much. But then before
Yeah.
you figure it out, you're like, why do I got this blossom end rot? Why are my leaves
Right.
looking all crusty? Like so.
So
Yeah.
true. So true.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna move them too.
that is true. If the sun is right on them, it will make them look like they're withering.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
because I thought they were about to die, about to give up the ghost, honey. Okay.
well, you can't put water on them every time you think they're about to give up the
Yeah.
ghost.
They may just need a little more dirt if you're in that 5 gallon bucket.
Yeah.
No, I definitely feel mine. Yeah, I put it higher. I used what I had at that time, but then I went and got some more. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe move them into some little more shade during the hottest point of the day. Maybe that'll help, with some of that heat.
Now you better look
Back
who you talking to.
zone 4.
Somebody is not gonna be moving them tomatoes.
I say, Crafty, move
Let's be
what?
serious. Let's be serious.
Put it
You
inside a
gotta
wagon so you
encourage
can just
her
roll
to-
it back and forth, back and
You
forth.
gotta encourage her to do it, Papa. You can't say what she ain't gonna do.
He might be telling
That
you
tomato plant is
Let's
standing
be
in that
real.
hot sun.
Well, it's all like Lioncrest said a little bit ago is that his tomatoes was overshading his peppers.
Mhm.
But I did mine sort of the opposite from a Q. I've got my tomatoes in this area and my peppers in the upper side. So no shade or anything can get on them. And it do something like Crap Leo was saying. Now, in the hottest part of the day, they seem to be like they're dropping their heads. But late in the evening, they perk back up.
Right.
Perk up,
So
yeah.
that's why I
We
was
see it a
saying
lot
that.
with like cucumbers too, like the cucumber and the squash plants and stuff like that. You'll kind of catch that happening too with those plants. Like when it's the heat of the day,
Yeah.
they look like they just like this. But I remember somebody told me, and I looked it up, and they was right. Somebody told me like some of these plants, when it gets too hot, they close up their stomatas, like where they let air and water come into the leaves. They close it up, and they do that so that water can't leave the plant, but they're not going to take in water at that point either. So like when the plant's looking like that, you're not supposed to really water it until it looks kind of normal again, and that'll be in the evening or in the morning. So then when the leaves go back to normal after they then wilted like that and they go back to normal, then they can take in water again. But between that period, when it's like 95, 100 degrees, the plant's just gonna sit like this no matter how much water they get.
Okay.
Like a built-in defense mechanism. That's cool.
Professor.
So Happy Mac,
Stomata.
So stomata. So the stomata is like little mouths on the leaves of the plant. So like they're what allow the plant to take in sunlight as well as water from the leaf.
Okay.
So like when it's really hot outside, when it's really, really sunny, the plant will be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna chill on all that. So it's just close up, and then like in the evening times and the morning times, those mouths or those faces, whatever you want to call them on those leaves, they open back up and they allow sunlight and water and nutrients to be absorbed through the leaf.
So they do just like us humans. We be out there sweating and we start slowing down and don't want to move.
Yeah.
We get back in the house, get some water, we rejuvenate and say, let's go do it again.
Yep, you said
we put a hat
you
on
said-
our head or something.
Yep,
Yeah.
you said go back in the house first. Because when we was out in the field, if we get too hot and we panting and we all overheating, that water ain't gonna do too much for us when we out. Like it'll do something for us, but it won't restore us as if we cooled down a little bit. Then we took that water in.
Another thing with that is, like me personally, I'm not one to go get me some ice water, cold water, and stuff like that. I never do. I'd rather have me some hot coffee. I'm burning up, but it might sound strange, but it actually cools me off drinking something warm instead of drinking something cold.
That's a military thing.
Burning up.
That's a military thing. It
Really?
is.
Sound like he was in the Air Force.
I knew you were special. I knew you were.
This is real infantry. I wasn't sitting at a desk, young lady.
Yeah, y'all.
Oh, he just said that. He said that he said he wasn't in the chair force.
Not the chair force.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk no trash because we do have chair force sitting up in here now.
Oh my gosh.
Leave Mr. Bammitt alone.
Hey, not even worried about it because I saw more action probably than any of them did.
Probably
in the outfit that I was in. So
I don't want to remember it.
Not even worried about
remember it.
probably.
Hey, but I'm about to have to get off here. I really wish I could stay the whole time, but I gotta get off here. I'm getting called now, and I gotta make myself sparse. So it's been a wonderful time.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you, bro. Good
Yeah.
seeing you.
From crew, I appreciate it, and definitely do that on the community tab so we can get a look at it.
Okay, sounds good. All right,
Okay.
All right, take care.
Have a wonderful evening, y'all. It's been a
Okay,
wonderful time.
take care now.
You too.
Have a good night.
Well, people. I was glad we got him in here.
Yeah.
What did
Good to see
Unbiased
him.
do?
Unbiased took off too.
Oh,
Yes, she did. Maybe that ain't
come on back here, Queen.
well. Anyway,
Hmm.
we're gonna get back
Cold
to
climates. He said my tomato is for cold climates. Oh, well, maybe I need to put it in the refrigerator because it's gonna grow
Oh,
in
Mike.
here
Okay, it's
some
for
kind of
cold
way.
climate.
well.
Mm.
Tizzy was saying that that sun in the morning on your tomato plants and shade in the evening.
Right.
Yeah. So
They're not like okra. Okra
Yeah,
loves the heat.
oh yeah,
right.
Okra stay out there and take a sun bath and everything.
oh yeah,
Tomatoes can't do it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
most
And
definitely. And then when you can plant the purple hull, they'll do the same thing.
right.
It's so
Purple
big.
hull and the okra are warm weather plants anyway.
And
Nice.
tomato is really a seasonal plant, but we over season it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not supposed to be in all that summer and hot and all that, but
right.
we don't care. We want tomatoes.
We want
yeah.
to, yeah. Yeah, if they get too hot, they will stop production. So, yeah, you're right.
Well, and we got anything else we want to add as being an absentee gardener?
On my garden, I got a timer. Went to Wally World, and I mean, no, not Wally World. I went to Lowe's, got me a timer, so it just sprays for 30 minutes. Everything gets soaked. After that, shut off until the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
That's
they were saying cowpeas, watermelon, cantaloupes, all heat tolerant. I knew he had to bring up the watermelons. I wasn't talking about that tonight.
No, watermelon is not heat tolerant because it took mine out last year.
Yeah, he just
Uh-oh.
want to poke. He just want to start stuff. So we're gonna ignore that part of it.
Yeah. Potatoes, heat tolerant. They're under the ground, keeping cool.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another.
we grow a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not that big. And then the thing about it, people, let me tell you about this now. But I've got buku peaches. I mean peaches.
Wow.
Loaded down to the ground. But they're only that small, that big.
Mm.
Well, let me see. This is it's going in
But
April.
they are ripe. They are ripe.
Hmm.
The only one that's not ripe is the tree that I got about 4 years ago. And they're still green, but they're growing larger. But the ones that I've got now, the two that I've got, they are real pretty
Mm-hmm.
peaches, but they're about the big as a walnut or a marble.
Which variety of peach is it?
It's the red haven.
Red Haven.
Yes.
So how large do they normally get?
Oh, they get big. They really get big.
David says they'll get larger.
Not these, because these are already ripened.
They might get larger next year. Each year they'll get bigger.
Well, at first I had this thing with this mummified stuff, seal, whatever you call it. And then the bull gave me a mixture that he used to spray it with.
Okay.
So I sprayed it. Peaches was there. Didn't get in last year. But the pizza was there, but it wasn't in the size.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if that fertilizer that he had you make might just boost it real quick. It don't give you size, but it give you the ripeness.
Yeah.
The ripeness.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing then. Tizzy say, do I thin them? No, I don't, but I guess
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe if you thin them out, then you may not get as many, but you'll get larger pieces of fruit.
Okay. And then the ones that's in the very top that you need a ladder to pick.
Yeah.
Now, they are nice size. They're real nice. but the one below is
Well,
didn't
now
do
see, that's the thing right there. If you got a deer problem, you let them eat the small ones that are down below, and you get the big ones that's up top.
Yeah, but if I let them eat the peaches, then they want to eat the beans. Then they want to eat the corn. You know?
You give them an inch and they'll take a mile,
So
right?
you can't
Look,
satisfy them.
Mr. Bammitt, you so nice. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna
Well,
help you.
well, I don't need that kind of help. I really don't. Crafty, you about ready for a giveaway?
Oh, giveaway.
Okay.
I hope I win.
A giveaway.
You was
We're
in the
gonna
chat.
do
I love
one.
giveaways.
We're gonna do one JG's way
All right, you ready?
from 1 to 100 on JG's mark.
Let's start.
You got the number?
No, I want everybody to play.
Oh. So you ain't
That
giving it.
includes you. Hey, Tim.
Somebody gonna get it before I even get over there.
Oh, I see some numbers. I wish I knew the number.
Me too.
Just so I could help. Just so I could help.
Well, Nikki, I want you playing too.
You want me playing too?
Yeah,
It's
I
too
want
late.
you to play.
They've already started. It's rolling.
Now see, I ain't seen you in the 10. I ain't seen you the whole time until they said drop that number.
She came out the bushes, huh?
10 came to win.
She came out from under the gardenia. 1 through 50, right?
1 through 100.
Oh, 100. Okay.
His locks are majestic.
Who listening? Majestic.
Majestic.
That's Fran in there messing with the phone.
Hi, friend.
Oh,
See you later, hands in the dirt. Peace.
See
Take care,
hands.
Stacey. Glad to see you.
I know I done got it by now.
No, but they all around it.
I
All
probably
around
done.
All around the world, same song, but a different number.
Been around the world and yeah. I can't find my baby.
I didn't know we had all that talent in here, for real.
But where it
Hey, that's it. Where that? Where that?
I hear him singing.
at? Ooh.
Nobody's close yet.
Oh, they all over it.
Oh, look.
Nobody got it yet. I promise 1 to 100. I'm being in this chat. They had
That is number 29, Janet Cruising.
29. I think I done get.
Go back and check it. Go back and
I
check it.
know I ain't seen no.
You can stop. Stop.
Everybody stop.
Go up top. Janet Cruising.
She had 28, 29.
Yeah, 29.
Yeah.
All right, Janet.
Janet got it.
Congratulations, Janet Cruz.
Congratulations, you lucky duck.
She's the only 29 I see.
Yeah, 10 came up with it later after Janet did.
Oh,
That's why I asked you to go back and check it.
I'm checking.
But I
Hold it. 29, right?
Yeah,
My Renaissance Grandma.
my Renaissance grandma.
742. 742.
And what was Janet's?
Janet is after that.
oh wow. Hey, sorry, Janet.
My Renaissance grandma bumped me out the way. That was my number. No, Bougie said it first, actually.
All right, I'm still going back.
741.
Those numbers, they were flying.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure.
Bougie Prepper.
Just bear with us, people. We're gonna make sure. She didn't say bougie.
Bougie.
Well, if it was
I see her at 741 with 29, Bougie Prepper.
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, Bougie know where we live, so she'll be the killer.
All right,
She gonna pick it up.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Lioness.
congratulations, big sis.
Bougie will pick hers up, so we don't even worry
Yeah,
about. We don't have to worry about no postage on hers.
right.
You got to give me half since I was the first one went back and found it. Whatever it is.
Crafty's like, look here.
Each let me get half of it.
Okay, people, I'm so
Okay, Bougie.
I'm so glad that Bougie and was here with us.
Done save you some postage.
Yes, and I'm glad that you all are here with us.
Yes.
You could have been doing anything else, but you couldn't have been out there in that heat in no garden. I tell you that now.
Our
Hey.
pleasure. Our pleasure.
So, what time is it?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and end this live here. Let Tina get ready to come on.
It is
And,
Tuesday night.
Yes,
Yeah, it's Tuesday night.
I want to thank each and every one of you. I love you, and there ain't a thing you can do about it.
Yes, it is.
Love me back.
Love you back.
Love you back.
Good night,
That's
all.
easy. That
Good
is
night, y'all.
good night.
Good night.